Dungeons and Dragons and Daughters.
Okay.
I'm Dave.
Okay. He is Dave.
So we've got my best friend Matt Lane here playing Dave.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Honored
set the
to
tone.
be here for episode 1.
He's gonna set the tone for Dave in
For
episode
Dave.
1 for Dungeons and Dragons and Daughters.
And hopefully set the bar high.
I'm hoping so.
Okay. So
I'm not that worried though.
we are starting with a brand new story.
Brand new story.
So we should listen to the Dungeon Master.
Thanks. Okay. So the girls, they are both playing elves. So this is for Matt because we've already talked about this before.
And
the
I'm
kinds
a
of
halfling.
characters. You are a halfling, yes. You are the halfling cleric
Yep.
Dave, the
Who
character's
worships
created.
Mishakal.
Mishakal, yes. Yes.
She's my girl.
She is your goddess,
My goddess, yeah.
quite literally. Okay. So the girls they're from a royal family. Their last
What
name
if my
is
goddess was Beyonce instead?
I'm a cleric of Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
And then instead of, like citing scripture, you just like break into random Beyonce songs.
Well, what I was going to say is like, yeah, maybe you have to sing Beyonce lyrics for like the verbal part and then like whip off like some sick moves from Formation for like part of the like symbol part, You're
Right.
like doing her sick dance
Yeah,
moves.
I won't let you cast a spell unless you can start singing a Beyonce song.
Oh, I got several locked and loaded, dude. I am an actual
Da,
Beyonce
da,
fan.
da, da.
Okay, sorry.
I just hate to lock that in to canon and
Yeah,
make
no,
everyone that
I
comes
was-
on
I
the
was
show.
kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get started.
We're getting started. Okay. So the girls are Sam, your character's name?
Meme,
Meme,
Mimi,
Mimi,
Gallexsy.
Gallexsy.
And I'm Dave.
Awesome. So the girls, they do come from a royal family. They are cousins. So a little bit of backstory for them. So I'm going to start with the girls first because Dave is going to meet up with them a little bit later. Because the girls are traveling to meet up with Dave. They're going to be traveling to the town of Westmin, which is on the southern border of the Zelosint, the Gold Petal Kingdom. So with the elf names in this game, they have an elven name and then they have a common translation for the name. So we'll just refer to it as the Gold Petal Kingdom, which they are not princesses, but I'd say probably like duchesses, or they're cousins to the royal line.
So we're like, not really royalty?
No, you're
No,
royalty.
you're royalty.
Yeah.
You're just a little bit lower down in the
Bow
line of
for me.
succession.
I said bow.
All right.
Dance.
So you girls, you are meeting up with Dave, because you've known Dave for a number of years, and you met Dave when he first went into training to become a cleric, and he just, for the lack of a better word, we say he just graduated. So he's a full-fledged cleric now, and he is out to see the world, to spread the word of his goddess. And Gallexsy, you just completed your training to be a wizard, and you
Cool.
passed the wizard trials, and are now considered a full-fledged wizard.
Yay!
So, and remember, the wizard trials are something it was very, very difficult. It was very strenuous, and it almost killed you. But you were able to get through it without, with some trouble, with some
Is there
problems.
killing in it?
Well, you're not allowed to talk about it because
Oh.
every trial is
Oh.
unique. So if anyone asks you about it or tries to get information, excuse you. Yeah, I know it was you. So you guys decided to go out, do a little bit of traveling for celebrating, and you wanted to meet up with Dave because the timing is perfect and he's traveling as well. So this is something that you guys had coordinated months ago through letters and carrier pigeons. I haven't quite established what's
Wait,
the
have
main.
I graduated something?
No.
She's still a
Well, you're a
trainer.
druid. So you're a character. You're not a big fan of being around people all the time. So Gallexsy just came and found you out in the woods, I imagine, said, "Hey, let's go on an adventure." And you're like, "That's cool." Right?
That's cool.
Yeah, sure.
That's cool.
Is that what would your character say? If Gallexsy shows up at your doorstep and it's like, "Hey, cuz, let's go for a walk."
Yeah, let's do it for a walk.
You'd say I'm a little busy.
Want to get some ice cream or something, maybe? I'm still a little busy. I'll give you blueberry flavor. I'm still a little busy.
Okay.
What are you busy for?
So you girls have been traveling for a couple of weeks now. Just going on foot, taking your time, traveling down the road. It's a dirt road, but lots of thick woods. But it's a beautiful sunny day with the canopy above you being lush and green and blocking the sunlight, so you're constantly walking in shade, but it's not too thick to not let a cool breeze come through. It's just a beautiful, perfect day.
Yeah.
Every now and again, you'll catch a break in the trees and see the blue sky and some white clouds up above. And as you walk, you're getting very close to Westmin. You know that you're only a couple of hours away from Westmin, and that Westmin is the town that you had first met Dave in the first place. And so that's the reason why that you guys decided to meet back up here with Dave and, try and recapture the original excitement that you had of when you guys went on adventures before. And so you're a couple of hours away from Westmin, and you start to hear some voices off to the right-hand side of the woods. And it's like, so you get at first, it sounds like a lot of like really guttural, rough tones. But eventually, you girls do realize someone is speaking Draconic, because both of you know that language, right?
What?
The language of dragons.
I thought it was goblins. Yeah, me too.
No, it's not goblins, but maybe it is goblins that are speaking Draconic, but they typically don't.
Do you make the story up?
Yeah, I make the story up.
Let me follow some.
Okay, so you hear these voices. Do you do anything?
I'm going to hide, but also walk toward it.
So you're gonna like sneak,
Yes.
or I should say stealth. So roll your stealth skill.
Would it stealth has 0+?
Okay, so then you just roll a d20. What do you got?
9.
You got a 9.
I did not do.
You didn't do great. No.
Not too great.
Okay, so you go crashing into the woods, and you think you're being super duper stealthy. But Gallexsy, you know that Mimi is being really, really loud. Which is weird because she's a druid and she should be at home in the woods, but she's just going through breaking branches left and right, kicking stuff out of the way. What do?
I quickly run to look to see who.
Into the mic.
I quickly run to see who's is that and cast a spell on them. I wouldn't cast.
Okay, well, so you go running in.
Yeah.
And you see a bunch of kobolds. Now kobolds are kind of little creatures. They're probably, they're only like 4.
Are they the size of Dave?
They're actually a little bit bigger than Dave.
Wow.
But they look like little dragon people. So they're probably only about 4 or 5 feet tall. I'm not exactly sure their size. And they're talking to each other in their draconic language. But you can understand them.
Yeah, we all understand. They're saying,
Yeah,
let's go eat people.
Yep. So they're talking to each other, and it seems like they're arguing over the stuff that they have. Because each of them is carrying a bag with what looks like pots and pans and other things, but it looks like that there is some gold that's in there as well. It looks like that they've actually been looting, and
What's looting?
They've been stealing stuff from people.
You stealing then? Yeah. So it looks like they're
Looting's a little different though.
Yeah, looting is just like grab.
Like maybe they're hurting people first and then taking all their stuff.
Yeah, like.
Or intimidating people.
So they haven't seen you yet.
Talking to me.
Well, actually, here I should say, because you did just go stumbling into the woods. Yeah, they haven't noticed you yet, despite all of the noise that Mimi is making going through the woods.
Because they're really loud. they're being so loud.
The kobolds, they're all standing there. They're all in like loincloths, and they can see that they've got daggers and they've got slings on them. So they've got some weapons on them, but they don't notice you. They're too busy fighting over the horde of junk and small bits of gold that they've looted from somewhere. They stole from somewhere. So what do you do?
I'm gonna do firebolt.
You're gonna do a firebolt?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember how to roll that?
20-sided.
Yep. 20-sider.
8.
You got an 8. What do you add to it? Or was it 8 including your modifier?
8's the base die.
8 plus 2. Wait, no. 8 plus 3 equals 11. So did I hit him?
You do not hit them.
What?
Yep. That is a miss.
Did they notice?
Yes, they noticed.
Of course they did.
Yep.
I'm gonna examine of what they stole. Like.
So they're standing there, and you're just gonna charge right into the middle of them and start looking through the stuff that they took.
No, with my eyesight. Insight to.
Oh, you're trying. Okay, you're trying to use your skill insight right now.
Yeah, like so I'm gonna just like see like where it came from.
Okay, so you're gonna try and roll like an insight check. Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll that. So that's a 20-sider, and then add the number that you have on insight.
And my insight I got +2.
Okay.
12.
That's with your +2? Yes. Okay. So you really can't discern any more than what I already described. But I'll just reinforce. All of the stuff that they've grabbed right now, they seem to be taking it somewhere, and it seems to be stuff that's not theirs. Okay.
Well,
so
I
now
knew it wasn't theirs.
Right. All right. So because Birdie shot off a firebolt at one of them, they know that you're there now. And so now we have to roll for initiative.
Get your
So this decides who goes first, or this decides what
The order
that we go in for fighting.
Should Dave roll?
No, I'm not there.
Which one is it?
Or I should say Dave's
The
not
20-sider.
there.
It's 20-sider when in doubt.
10.
Oh, reroll.
Okay. 19. 1.
Wait, what happened to the 10?
They both rolled 10, so I told them to reroll.
Oh, okay.
I got a 1. 19.
Okay.
I always score last.
Wait.
What did the kobolds
No.
roll?
They got an 8. So for the house rule that I like for tiebreakers on initiative is whoever has the highest intelligence.
I'm always last.
Oh.
So Birdie, you would actually be first. So it's gonna go.
No. What?
Because Birdie has a 16. Okay, that's yep.
Yep. So it's gonna go. So it's gonna go Gallexsy. It's gonna go Mimi, and then it's gonna go the 6 kobolds.
Wait, but they rolled an 8. Oh, higher's better. That's right.
Yep. Higher's better in this game.
That's right.
Yep.
Gotta remember that.
So I'm gonna try to do a ray of not ray of fire.
Try speaking into the mic though.
Oh, magic miss.
Magic missile.
Yeah, is that pretty good?
Yeah.
Magic missile is amazing.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I should have done that before when I defeated those
Firebolt's a
goblins.
good spell too.
Firebolt's an excellent spell.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the magic missile. I never tried it before. Ooh, got 16.
You got a 16. Okay.
19.
19. Okay, that is a hit.
Wait.
Okay, so magic missile.
Oh no, that's to the attack.
You
though, not for
create
damage.
3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice
So roll a
that
D4.
can see within range.
I'm
A
gonna-
dart deals
Wait,
1d4
how
plus
many
1.
are there?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
A dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target. The darts all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several. It's 3 darts.
How many guys are there?
There are 6 of them.
6. Ooh, so I can just get 3, then we'll be okay.
Well, you could shoot. Yeah, you could shoot at 3 different guys.
But you
or,
might not take them out.
Right.
Or you
Yeah.
could shoot them at one guy.
Through this.
5.
Ooh, max damage on one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll it again.
Okay, that killed the
2.
first one.
2. 4.
So again, the description, magic missile, you create 3 glowing darts of magical force that shoot out of your hand and slam into the chests of 2 of these kobolds. Anything, and you killed 2 of them.
Wait,
Are there any details you want to add to it? Magic missile, that used up one of your spell slots, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's okay. You get it back after you have a long rest.
Yeah.
All right, so Bird, you just killed 2 kobolds with some amazing magic missiles. You shot those glowing darts out of your hands, and they went. You killed 2 of them. They slammed right in the chest. They fall over dead, and they're all like, and all the other kobolds are like, what? And they look up. All right, Mimi, you're.
Mimi, what are you gonna do?
What I'm gonna do is I will be jumping out with my scimitar and slicing them in half.
All right, you're gonna attack with your scimitar. All right, roll it up.
9. I did horrible.
You got a 9, but what do you add to it?
3.
What does that equal?
Not enough.
No. What does it equal?
It equals 12.
It equals 12, right? You know what, babe? That's a freaking hit. Roll up the damage.
Roll your damage, scimitar damage.
That's the wrong one. 8. Wrong one.
Is it a D8 for the scimitar?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
8 plus what? Well, it doesn't matter. You killed him. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, so you did exactly what you described.
That was an instant kill.
Yeah, you jumped out and you sliced him in half with your scimitar. All right, so now there's you. Okay, so you guys, you gals, have effectively just killed off half of the group.
Wait, Dave should just come in and jump.
That's what she did. She just jumped into the fray and cut one of them in half.
Dave.
No, she's saying that you should be coming
Oh.
in right now.
Unexpectedly, and he chopped 2 in half. I gotta. No.
Okay, so the kobolds are going to attack now. All right, so, Birdie, you're still. They're gonna. 2 of them are. I'm gonna say one of them runs towards you, and the other 2 are going to attack you.
Why me?
Me?
He's
Because-
killed 2.
Yeah, but you're closer to them.
Shush.
And what's your armor class, Sam? It is 12. Okay, they both hit you,
Why?
and you take
Because you're within melee range.
5 hit points, 5 points of damage from the first one, and 3 from the second one.
Oh my gosh.
I'm 2.
You got 2 hit points left. Okay.
So why am I almost dead again? Wait, what happens if
Birdie,
you
what's
die?
Birdie, what's your armor class?
You create a new character. 12.
12. Okay, so the third kobold comes running at you. Ah! With its stack. No, you scream.
Yeah.
You scream. You scream as the kobold comes running towards you.
No, owl behind me was screaming because he thought it was coming at.
No, there's no owl behind you. I'm the one that describes the scene.
Come on.
All right,
Welcome. I'm the dungeon master.
so the kobold comes.
And we got a little Sam in the making here.
Yeah. So the kobold comes running at you with its dagger out, and it strikes out at you, and you deftly dodge out of the way. Okay.
Why
Bird, your turn.
So use one of your healing potions. Healing potions.
Yeah, you could really use a cleric right about now, huh?
Yeah, she sure could.
Do I have healing potions?
No, you are in the middle of combat right now.
I am.
Yep, you are being attacked by a kobold. What are you gonna do,
So
Birdie? Gallexsy.
I really liked the magic missile.
You want to do the magic missile
Yeah.
again?
Yep.
If you got another spell slot, then do it.
How many kobolds are left?
There are 3 left.
Okay. So do you want each one to get hit by a bolt, or do you want all 3 bolts to go into one guy?
So I'm just gonna put one missile at everyone.
Okay, 1 in each of them. Okay.
So I say roll.
Yep. Go ahead and roll it. Although with magic missile, do you even have to roll for it?
Why wouldn't you roll for it? They don't automatically hit.
Yeah, it does actually. You create 3 glowing darts of magical force. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range.
Oh.
Dart deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target. The darts all strike simultaneously, and you can direct them to hit one creature or several. Yeah, there's
Crazy.
no like range attack for this one.
All
It
right,
just
so then
works.
you just roll the
Roll the
damage.
damage.
That's it. Now I'm kind of either way I'll hit him.
Yeah.
Yep, you hit him. No problem.
2.
So that's 3 damage on the one.
Yep.
Okay.
No, she rolled a 1. It was 2. She told you.
Oh, okay.
2. 5. I rolled rolled it 3 times. So
Oh.
2, a 2, and a 5.
2 twos and 1 5.
Okay. You killed one of them, and the other 2 are still up. So, Mimi, it's your turn.
I will be going to...
Put us to sleep with the way that you're talking.
I will go to sleep. Be using my quarterstaff.
You're going to use your quarterstaff?
But you already have your scimitar.
Yeah, you have your
hand.
scimitar out already. So you're just going to switch weapons? You can do that. Sure.
And then I'm going to use my slag
Okay.
to make it strong.
Okay, so this is a bonus spell. It's a very quick spell that she can basically turn any wooden club or staff into a magical weapon and cause it to do more damage. So you put your scimitar away and you pull out your quarterstaff and it immediately starts glowing because you cast that spell. And you go to swing at one of the
I'm
kobolds.
going to cut him in half again.
Well,
you
not
really-
with a quarterstaff.
Yeah, you're not. Well, I guess it depends on how hard she hits them.
So hit him really hard.
How many did I kill?
So far you have killed 3 of them.
Okay. Oh, yay! So only
And,
2 left
Sam,
for you,
Yep,
sweetheart.
Sam killed 1. So there's 2 left.
All right. Did you roll it?
10,
Plus what?
3 plus 4.
That is a hit.
But now
What's
let's
the
check my
damage on it?
timing. 1.
You just got 1 damage.
Yep.
But you hit him in the toe, and he starts hopping around, swearing at you in
This is
Draconic.
what it sounds like.
Because he's like, "Oh, my toe, my
Do this
toe!" All right, so
leg
you
with
ran up with your quarterstaff that you imbued with magical power, and you hit the kobold right in the toe. And he grabs his foot and he starts screaming, "Oh, you jerk, you jerk!" And he starts hopping around on 1 foot. Okay, so now it's the last 2 kobolds' turns. So there's 2 of them left. So one of them,
Goes for me.
yep, one of them's gonna go for you, Bird, and one of them's gonna go after
I'm
you,
gonna
Sam.
die.
Yeah, you both might die.
No, I won't. I haven't took any damage yet. Right?
That's true. You haven't taken any damage yet. Okay, and this time he does hit you.
And she dies.
Now he hits you.
Yeah, and you take 5 points of damage.
Oh, come on. I only have 1.
Mimi, what's your armor class?
No, you have.
I am 12.
12. Okay, so he hits.
And I'm dead.
You have 6 hit points.
How many
Oh,
hit
so
points do you have
one
left?
I get.
2.
I'm
2.
You have 2 hit points left? Okay.
I'm
Oh.
dead.
Yeah, you are at 0 hit points. So he hits you, he stabs you, and you fall to the ground. But
Yeah.
you're not
dying.
dead.
You're not dead yet.
You're dying. So you're below 0 hit points at this point.
Okay, my turn, right?
Yes, it is your turn now. And there
So
are
I'm
2.
gonna do, because there's 2 jerks.
Yeah, there's 2 jerks left.
I don't want them to have a turn.
Well,
But
then
she's used up all her spells too.
You
'cause she
you
only
used up all
has
your
2
spell slots?
slots.
I know.
Yep.
My cantrips.
Yep.
Get closer to the mic.
I can use my cantrips.
Use them. Okay, this one does require a roll, so it's a ranged attack.
10.
10 plus what?
Plus
On your spell sheet, there's going to be
3, I guess? Is it
No,
3?
plus 4.
Plus 4.
So that's 14.
that is a hit. Roll the
kill
damage,
them?
please.
And then you roll 1d10.
Possibly. There's a very good likelihood you did kill him, but roll the damage.
Is this 1d10?
Nope, 1d10.
That's a 7. I got a 7.
You got 7? Okay, you killed him.
Okay. Now what about my...
Now there's 1 left,
Yeah. It's gonna kill
and
me.
Sam, or I should say Mimi, is on the ground dying, and so she doesn't get a turn. But this is when Dave comes jumping out of the woods. Ew. Ew. Hey, Dave.
Hey, yeah. What took you so long?
You elf maidens look like you could use a hand.
We do. I do need a hand because I'm dying.
Well, I can remedy that, but first let me take care of this nasty
Wait,
kobold.
yeah.
I hate kobolds.
And Mimi, you're dying. You can't talk right now. So you're thinking this. You were just thinking that in your head. It's like, oh, I wish. Thank God Dave's here. All right.
So yeah, I charge into the clearing and I'm gonna smash the kobold with my mace.
Okay, do it.
I got a 12.
You got a 12. That just barely hits.
Phew. All right. 94 damage.
You kill him. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
All right.
Healer or something?
Yep. So right away, what I do is they both need to be healed, but obviously,
Sam needs first.
yep. So first, I use my spare life on her to stabilize her.
Okay. So
And
Dave walks over to you and puts his
I just
hands
lay
on
my hand on you. I put my hand like on your forehead, and I whisper a prayer to Mishakal, and you can tell that you're no longer dying. And then I cast my Cure Wounds spell on you. Do I roll that, or do I just roll?
You just yeah.
Daddy, do I?
What's the spell? Cure wounds. Let me look it up.
Daddy, for death saves it says in here.
Get to the mic.
For death saves in here, it says successes or failures. Should I feel a success?
Well, you don't have to do that right now because he cast that spell on you that stabilized you, so you don't have to roll for death or anything.
Well, I'm doing
So
success.
yeah, you don't have to roll anything for that. You just have to.
I just roll how many
a
hit
creature
points I do.
you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your
Plus
spell
my
cast.
spell attack,
Yep.
So what is her health?
which is 4. So
What is my health?
I
now?
cast Cure Wounds on you, and I give you back 9 hit points.
So I'm 11.
Well, no, because
No,
you were at 0,
you were
so
at
you have
0,
9
so
hit
you have
points.
9 now.
And then Birdie, I'm gonna also cast it on you.
'Kay.
Because you have what, 1 hit point?
Yeah, 1.
And to you, I give back 6 hit points, so that would fill you back up.
Yeah, so you're all the way back to
So
maximum.
I have 7.
No, you can't go above your maximum.
What's your maximum?
Her
6.
maximum is 6.
But mine is 10.
So is mine. Air 5. All right, so Dave saved the day. I'm liking my introduction to the party here.
Run, Dave, save.
Well, ladies, I gotta say, I didn't think that when I left the monastery. Temple.
Let's say temple.
Yeah. I've been at the
From
temple,
out west.
and the priests judged me that I'd learned enough to go out and spread the good word of Mishkal, and I never imagined that I would encounter a chance to use my faith so soon.
Wow.
But I'm glad I showed up when I did. But you ladies, you did do a very good job taking these kobolds down. I got to say, there was only 1 left of 6 when I got here.
Well,
Anyway,
So the girls and Dave have a happy reunion, happy to see each other. Dave heals everybody up. And so you've got 6 dead kobolds that are sitting on the ground around you. And they've got a couple of like burlap sacks and there's some pots and pans and
start
clothing.
digging through their stuff.
yeah, let's see what's in there.
Come on, gals, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Before we do it, I'm starving. I'm about to
Mimi's starving or Sam's starving?
Mimi. Both.
Everybody's starving? Okay.
I got some carrots in my pocket.
Well, I don't think you're ready to take a rest just yet.
Yeah, I got some carrots in my pocket.
Because in 5th edition, there's 2 different kinds of resting concepts. There's like a short rest and then there's a long rest. So a short rest, that gives you an opportunity to get some spell slots back, but not all of them. And it does give you an opportunity to get some hit points back. But during a long rest, that's when you get everything back. And it is basically
Wait,
you
so
slept overnight.
you get all your hit points back?
You get all
sleep?
your hit points back.
That's convenient.
Yeah. There are some alternative rules, if I remember correctly. Haven't gotten that far in the Dungeon Master Guide yet. But I think that like there's some alternative rules that if you're so injured, there's only so many hit points that you can get back per rest or per day type of thing. But I'm just going to go with you have a long rest, you get them all back. You get a short rest, you can do the dice roll to get your hit points back. So we'll say that as you're searching around here, so yeah, you start going through the stuff. So is there a skill for that? Is there like a search skill or anything?
Is it investigation?
There's like a perception. There is investigation, but that's not really.
I mean, really just dumping some burlap sacks out and going through some pockets, right?
Right. If you want to do
perception.
investigation, I'll let you do investigation or perception.
There's what else? That's it?
I think so. Maybe insight.
I'm going to do... Where's the insight?
I got a 17 on my perception.
You got a 17? Okay.
I'm going to do perception too because I get +4 on that.
Ooh, good.
Smart thinking. Way to utilize your skill sheet.
I have no idea what you're talking about. It was on the line.
Re-roll it then.
11 plus 4 is 15.
You got a 15? Okay.
That's so good.
That is a pretty good roll.
Yeah. Well, I got 15.
Good work. I got 17. Better than you.
For what?
So, Bird, were you going to try and do?
Roll your investigate.
Bird, were you going to do?
So roll the 20 side.
Gallexsy, were you going to do a roll?
She got a 9 on
Nine.
her,
A 9.
on her
Okay.
investigate.
Not that good.
So you're looking around. You don't really see anything.
Let's move this so you
but
have more room.
Gallexsy and Dave, you
Me
both.
and Mimi.
I'm sorry, Mimi and Dave, you both notice at the same time that it looks like that there's some tracks moving away from the kobolds' bodies towards some rock face that's outcropping from the ground. It looks like that there's been some brush or some branches that might have been put there.
I'm going to lift them up.
You lift it up and you find a hole, a big hole that leads down into a small cave. And it looks like that they had been digging this hole. And this is where, and it looks like this is where they were bringing the stuff that they had looted.
Hello. So
I
maybe we should take a short rest before we go in there.
am going to.
Should we take a short? Okay, so everyone's dabbing now.
I was praying during the short rest, praying to Mishakal to give me one of my to let me know a spell again.
Yep. So as long as you're not doing anything too strenuous, yeah, if you're just praying, but you can't be like chopping wood or anything like that. So you just sat around. Okay. So, well, the thing is this hole isn't very deep. It's just, it looks like that these kobolds just started carving, just started digging into the ground here, and it looked like they were trying to form a new base that they could put stuff in. So it's just one small room once you go in. But when you go in, there's not a lot of stuff that's in there. There's a couple more burlap sacks full of things. Do you guys want to do another search of this room to see what you might find in there?
Yes. I'm going to do another perception check.
There's not a search skill? That seems weird to me.
I'm going to do another perception check.
Okay.
I have +2 on that, so I want to do perception.
You want to do perception? Okay,
Because
just
I got +1.
okay, sure. Do a perception check.
And I did one. So I got a
18
I got a
+ 4 equals 22.
22. Ooh, that's a good one. You okay, Bird?
Yeah.
Sneezing a lot? Mimi, you see something catch the light from the opening of this cobalt-made cave. Something twinkles on the ground in the back corner. You just stand there and look at it. That's what you do.
No.
What do you do?
I'm going to pick it up and figure what it is.
Okay, you walk over and you pick it up, and you hold in your hand what looks like a very nice and valuable silver and diamond necklace. I mean, you are royalty and elven royalty on top of that, so it's passable, I would say, then by your standards. It's valuable, but it's certainly not the most valuable necklace that you've ever seen in your life.
I like this Macy's necklace better, you know.
A Macy's necklace. Nice.
It's way cheaper. Totally, and it's so beautiful. But the fake diamonds. Brown.
All right. So that's all you find. That's all that's in the cave.
Can I keep it?
You found it. You tell me what are you going to do with it?
I am going to keep it for now, and when we do more of this adventure, I'm going to see if anybody talks about it or like, I lost it, help me.
Okay, sure. So do you just put it in your bag?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So so that's you've defeated the kobolds and you found this necklace in the cave that they started making. You guys were supposed to be meeting up at the most popular tavern, the Frowning Jester.
But thankfully, we happened upon each other on the road.
Right. But that still is ultimately the place that you want to go because that's where you first met 5 years ago. And the frowning jester, and well, see, the thing that's really interesting about Westmin. So you continue traveling, walking down the road again on your journey to rekindle the old memories and the camaraderie that you guys once had. As you get into Westmin, you see that half of the town is up in the trees.
Cool.
There's houses and there's businesses that are basically big, gigantic tree houses that have rope bridges connecting them.
Like 1,000,000 square feet.
Why square feet?
I don't know. Or feet.
Not a million square feet.
That's really big.
But there are gigantic trees in this town, and there are buildings that line the streets on the ground around the bases of all these big trees. But half of the town is up in the gigantic branches of these trees.
I wonder why.
It's
Because it's awesome.
Probably because of like the dragon, like that guy would come and fly and poop on their building. Also, like
Probably not poop.
Yeah,
Probably
no.
breathe
You gotta know.
Fire or use
They'll
magic.
probably go to the number one.
I suppose use a breath weapon. They don't all breathe fire. So we get to Westmin, half the cities, and is the
And it's
what is the inn
the
called?
Frowning Jester.
Is the Frowning Jester up in the trees or on the ground?
It is up in the trees, and it's towards the middle of Westmin.
How do you get up there? Do they have ladders or like baskets they hoist you up with?
There's ladder. There's both.
Oh.
There's ladders and there's baskets that they hoist you with, because there's to get some of the casks of ale up into the bar, they haul them up through some elaborate pulley systems. But most people usually just take the stairs or the ladders that are available.
Gotcha.
So, but the Frowning Jester is towards the middle of town, and it is towards the end of the day. In fact, the sun is getting close to the horizon, and people are going home for the evening and getting ready for dinner. And there's a lot of people milling about. A couple of people say hi to you guys as you go by. You don't recognize anyone that you know, but Westmin is a friendly town. It's got a great mixture of dwarves, of halflings, of humans, of elves. There's definitely elves that are there.
What about goblins?
There are no goblins here. No. In this world, goblins typically aren't friendly with any other, I'll say, good race, such as elves, dwarves, halflings, or humans. So in this world, Westmin is a good middle spot in between the elven kingdoms, the human kingdoms, and the halflings to the west and the hill dwarves to the west. So Dave had to travel the farthest out of the three of you to get here, because he had to come from the Midlands over the hills that the hill dwarves occupy, and then he got to Westmin that borders the elven and human kingdoms.
Ah, that dwarvish ale. It's so delicious. Unfortunately, my ale skin ran dry a couple days ago, so if you ladies don't mind, I got a powerful thirst. Let's get to the tavern.
Okay. I'm gonna get a little thing of whiskey.
You could get some whiskey if you wanted to.
You said that the kobolds had gold. Did any of you guys get any gold? Did we get any gold pieces to
That's
divvy
true.
up?
Okay, yeah. I'll say that each of you got 30 gold pieces.
And is that down here where it's like GP?
GP, that's what. Yep, gold pieces. So yeah, down there, you're gonna see CP for copper, SP for silver, EP, GP, and PP. PP. So you get to the base of the gigantic tree in the middle of town that the Frowning Jester resides in. And there's a big circular staircase around the trunk that you can walk up that will lead you up there. And you walk up, and it takes a while because it is way up in the tree. It's way up there. But it's a gigantic tree, and it is a beautiful view of the town and the rest of the forest as you go.
It takes 5 minutes, maybe.
Not quite that long, but it takes 2 minutes to walk up.
I'm so excited to get a drink that I did a cartwheel up the stairs, and I got a 20 on my acrobatics.
Was it a crit 20? Like a natural 20?
No, I rolled an 18.
Okay.
And I get a +2.
So you do a cartwheel up the stairs. It's fantastic.
And I'm pulling my.
But just one cartwheel. I'm not cartwheeling over and over again.
Right.
I'm just so excited that I'm about to have a drink because I'm a drunk. That I just I do a cartwell up the stairs.
I was just so tired of walking. I just used my mage hand and I just pulled it
Into the mic.
Into the mic.
And I just held in my pants and carried me into the.
That's not the way that mage hand works.
Aw.
Yeah. So
the mage hand to carry her up the stairs.
I wish that's the way
That's
that
clever.
works.
though.
I wish.
So yeah, a mage hand, you can only move 10 pounds. That's the most that you can do. I suppose you could get the. You
I'm
could.
5.
You're 5 what?
pounds.
No, you're not. You're more than that.
By
I suppose
a
you
million.
could cast Mage Hand, and it would reduce your load by 10 pounds
It
if you
should
really
be like
wanted.
it would be like that. It would be like
Okay, so you get to the top of the stairs, and there's the open, welcoming doors of the Frowning Jester, and through the doors you see the bar. There's not that many people that are in the Frowning Jester as of yet, but there's a couple of people that are in there, and they're laughing, and you can hear some glasses clanging together. And there's a woman that is just running around frantic right now, but she kind of gives you the bearing that even if there's no one in the bar, she would still be running around frantic,
Just not very good at her job.
just trying to find. No, it's just
or dealing with stress.
no. She just is always got to be on the move, and
Oh,
she's
gotcha.
fidgeting a lot, and it just seems like that no matter what, she would always be busy. She would always find something to do, regardless of how many people were in there. So you go in, and yeah, it's as warm and inviting as a place that you guys remember from 5 years ago. In fact, the place looks exactly the same. Doesn't look like it's changed at all.
well, there's new people.
Well, there is new people, but the person behind the bar his name is Helm Buckman, and he is the ugliest man that you have ever seen. And you remember him 5 years ago, and
Still
he is still just as ugly as he was back then. Do you remember Sloth from the Goonies?
Oh
Yeah, he's not quite that ugly, but you kind of do a double take when you see him because of how ugly he is. So his eyes are kind of like like they're not directly in line with each other. One's visibly higher than the other one.
Like
And he's bald, and he's got scars,
Like
and
Sloth.
he's missing all 4 of his front teeth. And part of his nostril looks like it might have been chewed off at some point or cut off in an accident. And he's overweight. But
is he fat?
He's a little fat. I mean, he's round. But
Do you really trust an innkeeper that's not round though, or a tavern owner?
that's true. That's true. Like if he was like really athletic and trim, there'd be something just odd about that,
Yeah,
right?
I would think he would just be there for money, probably. Not enjoying his thing.
Yeah, not enjoying his business or his work.
Okay.
Just what would he be doing?
Okay, I walk up, give him 4 pieces of gold, and he gives me a thing of whiskey.
So you walk up and you slam 4 pieces of gold down on the bar,
And he just does this.
and he just looks at you. and He's like, "Yeah,
Can I have 1 bottle of whiskey?
a whole bottle,
Totally.
4 gold pieces, done." He scoops up the gold pieces off it, and he pulls out reaches underneath, pulls out a bottle of whiskey.
The largest bottle.
No, not the largest bottle. It's a bottle of whiskey.
And how about when I walk back? Well, I told them that I took this big bottle so I can savor some. It's like I can drink some now, then drink some later.
Well, tell them that. Don't say that you tell them that. Tell them that.
I got a bottle, a big bottle of whiskey because I'm gonna drink some now, then later, then later, then later.
And then
Till
like,
it's all gone.
All right, Dave walks up to the bar. Or wait, no, Gallexsy, what are you doing?
I just look at him and I think something's wrong.
you
'Cause
think something's wrong with
he-
Helm?
Is he like not smiling?
No, he's not smiling.
Yeah,
He's
so
frowning a bit. But you remember that he always frowned.
Yeah, so
And you do start
but-
to remember some other things about Helm. You remember that the woman that's frantically moving around is his daughter. Miri is her name. Miri Buckman. And you do remember that even though Helm is a gruff, ugly, old bartender of a man, he is the best dancer that you've ever seen in your life.
but I mean he was like smiling when he danced, right?
Oh, yeah. That's like the only time that you've ever seen him smile is
Yeah,
when he dances.
But I think he stopped, right?
No, he still dances.
But no one sees.
No, he still does it. Whenever there's music playing, he's dancing.
But he can't go out of the bar. He's just dancing, like just legs dancing. No one can see. He just.
He's not doing that right now. This is a memory that you have. It's like you remember way back when. It's like he's always been serious and gruff, But whenever there was music playing, he would dance, and he is the most fantastic
Yeah.
dancer you've ever
But
seen in your life.
He did have music on.
There's no music on right
Yeah.
now, right? That's why
So-
that's why he's so grumpy. He's just behind the bar serving drinks.
So I just tried to sing, but it was horrible.
Say, I
I
don't
was
understand.
trying to sing it, but it was horrible.
Are you gonna try and sing?
Yeah, but
You know, there-
I'm just gonna try to sing and make him happy because maybe he can give us some information why the months they keep.
Okay, so you're gonna try and sing to make him dance.
Yeah, and to get to see because
Okay, I want you to roll a. I'm gonna make you roll a charisma check for that then.
because I think he's been here the longest. I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So roll a charisma check. That's a roll a d20.
Did 20.
Natural 20?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay. Nat 20. Okay, so I got to keep notes of this of when the nat 20s or the crit 20s, the crits happen because I'm going to update a story log to point those out. So Gallexsy, you remember Helm being the best dancer
Yeah.
you've ever seen, and so you decide to sing a little tune.
Can you play some music so but I'm not actually singing.
You don't actually have to sing. So, but you sing in Elvish, and it's got this great lilting, harmonious but fun tune to it. There's lots of peaks and valleys, and it's the best singing that you have ever done in your life. Everyone in
Stared
the
at me.
bar stops what they're doing and stares at you with their mouths on the ground because they can't believe what a beautiful singing voice that you have. And as they're looking at you, you pick up the tempo and you weave this just beautiful song, but you pick up the tempo and it starts getting bouncy, and you can see Helm. He starts bobbing his head, right? And he's got a mug in his hand, he's got his towel, and so he starts cleaning the mug, and he starts tapping his feet, he starts dancing around, he starts moving his hips back and forth. And then he yells out to his daughter, what did I say the daughter's name is? Was it Miri?
Yep.
Yeah, Miri.
So he yells. He hops over the bar. He slaps a hand down and he hops over the bar. And as Miri's going by, he grabs her by the waist and spins her around. And he starts doing this really fast, like 2-step, ballroom dance type of thing. And everyone starts clapping, and everyone starts cheering, and then he starts whipping her around all around the bar.
And he's smiling.
Oh, and biggest smile, and you kind of wish that he would stop smiling because it made him uglier when he smiles, because you really got to see how many teeth that he's missing. And his face is starting to turn a little red from all the exertion from it, and sweat's starting to come out. He's just not a pretty man. And then you stop singing, and he stops dancing, and he looks at you, and he gives you a wink and a huge smile, and he bows to you, and everyone cheers and claps. Woo! Yeah! They start whistling, fingers in the mouth, doing the high-pitched whistle and all that. And they're like, Miss, that was just fantastic. Where did you learn to sing like that?
I don't know. Just came out.
I rolled a 20. That's where I learned to sing. Well, you know what? Whatever you need. Are you hungry? You thirsty? Whatever you want. It's on the house.
Okay. Well,
Because you look like you've been on the road for a while. Look, put your feet up. I'll take care of you. That was just fantastic. I haven't heard singing like that in years.
well, have you been here the longest?
Compared to who?
Like in the town?
No, the trees have been here longer.
No, for alive.
Trees are alive.
No, like can talk.
No, I came to this town maybe 30 years ago.
Well, you're the longest most people know, right?
I don't understand.
Like you've been here the most, and most people know that.
Yeah.
Know you.
Yeah, I've been here long enough that most people know me, and I know most of the people around here. Yeah.
Do you know why evil has been out here?
I'm sorry, what?
Evil has been out here.
Evil? What kind of evil are you talking about?
Really evil.
Really? I don't understand.
We ran into a pack of kobolds on the road.
Kobolds? Here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we heard someone talking about kobolds coming into town, actually, stealing some stuff.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
But no one ever actually saw them.
Whoa, whoa.
We saw him.
Well,
Ha-
someone saw them, that's how they told us, but nobody
Whoa.
I know had seen them.
Whoa, when did you hear that the people stole some?
Oh, it's
Well,
been for the last couple of days.
Have you heard anyone talking about a nice, pretty diamond necklace?
And that's when Miri goes, oh, my necklace was stolen. And that's when you notice that she has what looks like matching earrings and bracelets. And the necklace that you found would match all of the other jewelry that she has very nicely. And she's like, it was my mother's necklace. She gave me this entire set. I was so upset when it was taken.
And so
Someone came into our house in the middle of the night.
And so I pull the necklace out.
That's my necklace. Where did you find it?
When we were on our way, when we first defeated the
Kobolds.
kobolds, we found this tunnel where this all this nice things, all these things that probably were stolen, that was shining, and then I just saw it.
Thank you so much. And she grabs it from you. And she gives you a hug. She's like, thank you so much for finding it. And then you hear a raspy, whispery voice that comes from the doorway. Likely story. How do we know you didn't steal it? And you turn around, and there's a very tall and a very serious looking elf
Well,
that's standing there. He's dressed all in black, and he's covered from neck all the way down to his wrists in black clothing.
Does he have a hat?
No, he does not. He does not have a hat.
well,
Does he have
I
a
didn't.
hoodie?
Well,
Are you calling the Lady Mimi a liar, sir?
He just shrugs.
I'm a servant of Mishakal. A friend of mine would not lie about such a thing, and I would certainly not lie about such a thing.
I have never.
I was there.
Well, if you're innocent, then you wouldn't mind coming down and answering some questions.
Of course not.
I have never lied in my life.
So Helm says, "This is Varys. He's the town sheriff. So he's the one that's been investigating all the crimes and the break-ins that have been happening." But he looks at Varys. He's like, Varys, these seem like good folk, and if they were the ones that stole it, why would they come right back in town? And Varys, you could tell that he's a man of few words. He just shrugs and straightens up even taller. He's a very tall elf, and he's got a sword on his hip. And he points out the doorway and nods with his head, indicating that this is the direction that he would like you three to go in.
I follow him immediately.
and then I follow after Dave.
And then I grabbed a donut from one of the people's tables and chewed it in my mouth, put it in my mouth, and ran with it.
You grab some food off of someone's
Yeah.
plate on the way out.
I'm going to whisper to Mimi, can I have a drink of your whiskey?